Hi, my name is Kate. Welcome to my channel. And today I will be sharing to you a book review and a summary of the Audible that I completed, which is The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood, now with bonus chapter. Actually, I can no longer count how many times I've listened to this. This is the first Audible that I read related to romance because I'm more into self-help, psychology, motivational, and so forth. But one time, I was browsing to Audible and saw this. I listened to it. I thought it was funny because the sample is about her in the bathroom with her contact lens that is expired and so on. I thought that was funny, and I thought that the drawing is oops. I thought that the drawing was very cute, and so I read it. I've read this since it was published, and I lost track how many times have I counted it. So this Audible is the transformational of me from being onto self-help books, psychology books, and biography books to now here we are, romance. So I also have here my review just in case I forgot something. Friendly reminder, there will be a lot of spoiler. Also, summary, I will try to do it with less spoiler on the summary so you can read it. So the main characters is Olive and Adam. Side character is Malcolm and, which is the favorite wingman of all time, Tom and Holden. So it all began with Olive trying to apply to Stanford postgrad. This is a STEM series, Woman in STEM, first book. And because she was using an expired contact lens, she got like a teary eye, went to a bathroom, doesn't know what bathroom that is, but she met a guy, and then the guy was talking to him why she wanted to apply, and so on and so forth. Fast forward 3 years later, when Olive already got accepted in Stanford, and she was working on pancreatic cancer equipment. I'm not very into that pancreatic thing because her mother died in cancer. That's why I didn't pay much attention to the pancreatic diagnosis because it's sad and I didn't want to cry. And so what because Olive has a friend, her name is Anne, and Jeremy used to date Olive, but they didn't have spark. Only because Malcolm said, "Go out with Jeremy. What can go wrong?" So she went out with Jeremy, and it turns out that when Jeremy, who has an Irish accent, met Anne, her bestie, they had chemistry. They fell for each other, but because of friendship code, she feels guilty for going out with Jeremy. So what Olive did, being generous, kind, wonderful person, and an orphan from Canada, she pretended to have a date. But because she does not have a date, she went to the lab instead. And unfortunately, while she was in the lab, she didn't know that Anne, her bestie, would be there. And so she did is unknowingly she accidentally kissed the first guy that is in front of her, which happens to be Dr. Adam Carlsen. Adam is a professor. He is known to be a D-bag, a-hole, and very strict, but he is a very brilliant scientist with many publishing and many many grants. I forgot the English grants. But after the kiss, they look at each other, and Adam tried to told him about, I forgot, it's about sex, SA at work. But Olive said, okay, go ahead, sue me. I don't care. It's none of your business. She ran away, and then everything happens for a blush. And then the second day or the following day, when Anne tried to confront her for seeing her kissing Adam because he's like a red flag in the entire postgrad school, she said, "Oh, it was nothing." But when she was lying, Adam suddenly showed up and defended her to Anne, and introduce herself to Anne and so on and so forth. So basically after that they spoke about it, and it was just like nothing happened. Olive continued to lie again, but Anne told Jeremy about her dating Adam and then spread it to the school like a bushfire. And then Olive panicked. He talked to Adam and then proposed fake dating. And so because they don't have hobby, they've never been to date and so on, they agreed that every Wednesday they will go to the coffee shop to pretend like they're dating so that others will see them together. There's so many swoon part, which is one, because Anne know that they are dating, she tried to push Olive to do things because she thought that Olive is not confident to show her feelings to Adam. So what she did is first she forced Olive to sit on Adam's lap. She asked Olive to kiss Adam in the parking lot. She told Olive to put a sunblock on her boyfriend, and so on and so forth. And on the other side, because of the pancreatic and Dr. Aslan is about to retire, Olive's mentor. So she needs a bigger lab to test her pancreatic research. Comes to that is Tom, who is a scientist from Harvard, and because they're from Stanford, Harvard has bigger budget, and because Olive has been rejected by everyone because pancreatic cancer seems to be overlooked or underlooked. I don't know. Nobody's paying attention to pancreatic cancer because of its diagnosis and so on and so forth. So because Tom is an evil man, he did a research, and because there was a rumor that that Olive is dating Adam, so she take advantage of it. She accepted Olive's proposal and invited her to the Harvard, which Adam really liked. And because Adam is a very smart man, Harvard has been trying to get him, and other schools are trying to get Adam because he is a brilliant scientist. But they all keep being rejected because Adam doesn't want to leave Stanford because of Olive. When Olive decided to go to to Harvard, that's when Adam said, okay, I'm gonna try to go to Harvard. So there has been a process. Until one time, Olive's research was asked to be part of the talk in the conference. And on that time, because Anne thought that Adam and Olive were dating, she took a room with Jeremy and then Malcolm separately. So because Olive couldn't find a room that is cheap and everything else is taken, she was forced to be a roommate with Adam. And on that day, they were talking, they go on a date. However, during her talk time, she was wearing a dress which is formal, and Tom literally SA her and said mediocre, stuttering, all the insults and all the assault that you can think of to a woman that happened. So Olive went back to the room. She was crying, and Adam saw her, and Adam invited her to go out and have a drink. They drink, and when they returned, they had their first time spice. And after that, at September 29, the following day, they broke up. Adam went to Harvard for an interview where Olive also ended all. But because Olive was encouraged by Malcolm and Adam and Anne, she went to the restaurant where Adam is doing the interview. She played the recording of all the things that Tom told her, the insults, the SA. So what Adam did is he took Tom, put him on the wall and threatened him and so forth. He made a report. Tom was fired from Harvard, and then they went back to Stanford. They had double date dinner with Malcolm and Holden, her and Adam. They walked on the street. Olive confessed her feelings to Adam and Adam too. And then the epilogue is that they are on the fountain, they are reenacting what happened, they've been together, and so on. And then here comes the bonus part. The bonus part is Adam's point of view on their first spice together. And that's the voice of Ted Hamilton, my favorite part. So that's the summary. I hope I didn't too much spoil, just a brief one. Now we go to the book review. So first, the Audible, it was narrated by Callie, Dalton, and Teddy Hamilton. I call him Ted because Ted Bundy. And it was a series of book 1. The length is 12 hours. The stars in Audible is 4.6. Now let's discuss about the characters. So Olive is an orphan from Canada. She was very generous and very smart, but she has self-confidence issue. But it's a good thing that Anne, her best friend, constantly remind her how awesome she is, how she is loved, how nobody deserves her because she's perfect. Another one is Malcolm, who is her roommate. He is gay. He's basically dating everyone until he finally get it on with Holden. Holden is Adam's best friend since they were a child, and he also stands up like a wingman for Adam. And Tom is her supposed to be sponsor, Adam's best friend in post-grad, because he and Adam went together in the same school, but Tom was very jealous of Adam because he's a brilliant man. He has many grads and tried to manipulate Adam, and he did SA to Olive. And then Adam is the mysterious, grumpy scientist who's very smart, who grew up in the Netherlands and moved to New York. His parents are diplomats. Now let's go to the like. I like how Adam fall in love to Olive first. I love how Adam and Olive does the things that Anne does, such as forcing her to sit on his lap, the sunscreen, force hotel, going out, and paying for Olive's spice pumpkin drink, and then drinking the chamomile tea that Adam does not like, but Olive ordered it, so still drink it. Adam is very sweet in his own way. His own way. And he's a biology ninja. And then Jeremy is also like the plot twist because he was the one who spread the gossip that Olive and Adam were dating. Actually, that date, it's a win-win more for Olive because she was treated with respect. Everything is going her way because they are scared of Adam and they respect Adam in the school. So all the professors, the students treated Olive nicer and more respectful. And I also like how Jeremy and Anne eventually get along because at first they were conscious of Olive. I also love how Malcolm and Holden finally also got along from checking out to each other until Malcolm eventually, I would say, propose or admit his feeling to Holden, and they end up together dating. I also love how Olive told Adam, I love you in Dutch. Ik van hou. Ik van, I don't know if I'm pronouncing. Even Olive doesn't know how to pronounce it. Like, I also love how Adam took care of Olive, how he defended him to Tom, and how he was willing to leave everything to be with with Olive, and at the same time leaving Tom with his new grand just to be with Olive. Dislike. I didn't like that Olive keeps lying. I didn't like that Olive broke Adam's heart by pretending that she was in love with someone else. I didn't like the SA of Tom, which is I didn't read the trigger warning, but it was just a lie. And I didn't like how post grad who were rejected or failed by Adam treated Olive. Yeah, but other than that, this is a very, very good and this actually made me fall in love with Ali Hazelwood and start reading romance book instead of self-help. And so the rating is 5, the spice is 2, and I highly recommend this book. Although there has been a lot of TikTok saying that it's overhyped because it's already overhyped in TikTok with so many videos asking people to read. But honestly, this is one of the most perfect book that I've read. Yes, it's beautiful. It's there's not much drama, there's not much crying. Feel good, all good. I love it. This made me actually realize that my favorite trope is fake dating. That's all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye bye.